Guys, welcome back. Today was another one of those giant question mark days, but somehow we were able to steer through it and end the day green. It kind of reminded me a little bit of when we were back in Heinheim in the country house, where we had days where there was just massive run-ups on companies, like 300, 400, 500% up with no news. And then it was kind of just like general macro environments that were pushing these stocks up. If it was the Chinese companies up on educational platforms, or if it was the BLM stocks, so stocks up because larger institutions or individuals are investing into Black-owned companies. So that is driving a lot of the companies to the upside, right? And at the same time, I'm like, is this relevant for this company, or is it more of a sympathy play? It was always harder. It was more of a kind of a guessing game a little bit. So I was very, very cautious today the way I traded. And that is, I think, a big reason why I walked away green, because I wasn't overly confident on those big breakouts. So I was a little bit more hesitant. Yes, I did miss some moves, but at the same time, you guys are going to see in the charts in a little bit, I think it was the right idea. So let's talk about how to trade these stocks that are up on no real news. And I always say micro news, because micro news is in my mind, micro to the company. It's specific to the company, but they're up on kind of macro news on a macro trend. So guys, let's go to the charts now. Don't forget to drop a like, guys, if you enjoy the content. If you're totally new here, I'd love to see you again. Love to see you on the chat room in the live streams. So definitely subscribe, hit the bell icon too, and let's go to the charts now. All right, guys, welcome back. So what a day today. Kind of It was a tough day to trade, I gotta say. BYFC, one of the better tickers that we traded. BYFC. Man, I was getting kind of faked out on this one several times, and it was a slow mover. It was slow to break out, but realizing that allowed me to really capitalize on it. BLNK had a winner, had a loser. PolA, winner, loser. So both of these kind of ended up as a scratch, even though I traded it like 4 times, and then BYFC was really the one I took it home with. So let's just start talking about BYFC, because this one, this one was really the money maker for today. And also one thing I do want to kind of point out, and let me just go to BYFC. I was trying something a little bit different today. So there's several day traders that, specifically, I'll just probably say Ross Cameron, that I know, that when they were using TD Ameritrade and when they use this a few other platforms, they have a little bit of a different setup here. And I was trying to see if I can catch more tickers by switching it up. So here I'm going to detach the screen and just show you guys what I was doing. It was the day trader 4. Let me see if this saved properly. So here you can see all the tickers I was trading today. So I had BLNK here, BYFC here, PolA here, and there. I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty tricky. I had it on my other screen, put it over here, and then I was kind of trying to place the trades over here, making sure that what we were watching was on the main screen. It was tough. It was a little bit of like trading without a chart, and you're just using the order book, which, well, that's not totally true, but it's kind of cool. What I do like about it is I had an overview of like big orders going through on the time and sales. That was really nice. I think I'll probably on a slower day I might do this. I don't know. It's definitely a lot to get used to, for sure. So at one point I switched it back to the normal chart and was just kind of using it, but it was definitely interesting for sure to kind of have this kind of layout here. If you guys are interested, I could go ahead and export this and save it in the link below. Let's see here. You know what? I think to create a link out of this, I'm going to have to actually go over here on the actions menu. Wow, how do I do this? I totally forgot. Here we go. Share. Share day trader 4. Okay, that's how it was. So yeah, I'll make this so you guys can import this platform if you guys are interested in kind of playing with it. It's quite intense. Day trader 4 I guess I'll just leave it JTrader 4, and then from the Alex Winkler channel, so you guys remember where it came from. So you can always drop a like if you enjoy it. Okay, so a public link, open my share items. Yeah, note to self, drop a like and share with your friends, and share with your friends. Double exclamation mark. Okay, so let's go ahead and share this one. Let's see if this works. Tools, share, grid shared. You know what? I have a lot more shareable things. Oh, last 7 days. That's why. Whoa. What just happened here? Whew. I thought my computer just crashed. Oh my God, I just had like a baby heart attack. Stream is still working. Okay. Wow, that was kind of sketchy. Okay, so cool. You guys now have the link. I will make sure to drop this link for you guys in the video description below, or the first comment or something like that. I'll be sure to leave it somewhere. Okay, so let's get back to track here. BYFC, lead gapper, kind of on the day. It was a little bit of a late bloomer. You can see around 8 o'clock was one. It was starting that second leg to the upside. Original run around 7. This was a huge move. I mean, 95%, not like ridiculously big, but like really, really healthy. I was looking at it when it was 40% gapping up pre-market. Now we know it went 90% pre-market. 5 million float, USA Regional Bank. This is the BLM kind of macro tickers that have just been flying. So Netflix came out that it is investing $100 million into black banks, black owned banks. Here you can see it. So then black community, okay, maybe not black owned, but definitely black community financial institutions. Okay, so this has been tough for me because I have been like looking for the micro news, and we've had so many stocks like U1K, for example, making huge moves because of this. And then I'm like, wait, should I trade this? Because I like, there's no news about this company. But apparently, you know, there's just, you know, hundreds of millions of dollars, billions of dollars being poured, honestly, into these black community stocks. We're kind of in the chat room, we're kind of calling it BLM tickers or BLM stocks. And that's a huge case on I guess a catalyst. Like, I wasn't really aware how much those were moving, to be honest. I was constantly just like, when was it? When we were in the country house, and I was like, it was when all the Chinese stocks, we had like 3 days of Chinese education companies exploding, and I could not figure out why. There was no catalyst behind the news, so I didn't trade those companies. It was that simple. The same thing happened here with the BLM stocks. I was just like, I'm not really sure why they're moving, so I'm not going to trade them. I guess this macro catalyst I was more aware of. The Chinese catalyst, I'm still a little confused on why those Chinese stocks, whatever, moved. So what I always like to say, you know, if you don't understand it, or if it doesn't really make sense to you, you know, worst case, you miss an opportunity. No problem. Every day we have new opportunities, so I don't really mind missing those moves. But I did want to capitalize on the momentum, because we were seeing some beautiful momentum here on BYFC, and that's exactly what we did. So let me kind of scooch on in here a little bit. I gotta say, I definitely dropped the ball here when we were still under 2.5. I was like, ooh, I want me a setup in this area. This is looking good. Missed some entries here pre-market, missed this whole move. I was like, oh, come on. And then eventually, you know, we were holding our highs here, and I was like, this is looking good, BYFC. This is gonna break past 3. So I got an entry here as we were breaking out at 293, and we pulled back down, and then I got out for a loss, 3 cents a share loss. I was like, no, I can't believe it. I'm getting shooken out here. There was like no volume on this candle. And then again, just rips on out of here. So on this rip, I was like, there's no way I'm going to miss this. So I kind of, I wouldn't say front run it. I bought a breakout here, 296, right around here. I bought the breakout. I sold into the first candle. I could have, should have, would have held a little bit longer. But hey, I got out at 311. That was a pretty nice peak in this candle, so I'm not complaining. So the first move, the first trade was a breakout trade. I actually lost money on that one. Second trade, same setup, same everything. And boom, that was a nice winner. That was like a 5 or 6% winner. I was pretty happy about that one. Yeah, so BYFC though, out of the gates, just totally sold off. I was thinking about a VWAP bounce here. This would have had to be quick. Didn't get it. The one I definitely missed, and the one I really remember regretting missing, because I think I was playing with my 4 kind of screen layout, or no, it was, we had a swing trade that went off. So we had a nice little bounce here at 5%. I really wanted an entry here in this kind of 2.6 zone. I knew this was multi-month support and resistance, so I was kicking myself a little bit because I missed that. Next setup here is a 9-minute EMA potential breakout. We had a double bottom here, right here, and then we were breaking higher. So we had the double bottom, confirmation that there's support. There was a lot of sellers here though, so I was a little bit weary, and there wasn't a lot of buyers on this breakout. But again, I was like, I like this setup. This is a lead gapper. I'm gonna jump on it. Boom, jump on it at 266 as we're breaking higher. And then here I sold, again, too early, but you know, whatever. I wasn't sure if the VWAP was gonna break. That was kind of my goal. And I wanted to take some profits early because BYFC, you know, again, it was the catalyst. I didn't really get how much it affected this company. Is this really, like I get it's good for like the general industry, but is it good for this stock? I don't know. I don't know how it's gonna, you know, move. And we're on the backside of a bigger move. So I'm like, I'm not gonna, you know, I'm not gonna risk it. This is a very risky trade to, you know, hold for a potential break here. So I'm gonna take profits. Took them too soon, but overall a good idea. Now we're actually pulling here a little higher after $2. Interesting zone. Whew, I need to breathe after that. Oh, lordy lord. All right, let's go back to monitor. What was the next ticker I was really trading? POLA. Let's talk about this one. And the reason I want to talk about POLA first is because we were trading this one pre-market, I think once or twice. Twice. Actually, that's all the trading we did on this one. Wow. I missed so many. Sorry, that was like, I screamed at you guys. I apologize. I'm just excited right now because, well, I'm not, okay, maybe not excited is the right word. I kind of feel a little ridiculous that I missed this perfect setup here on POLA. Anyway, I was always on the wrong side of POLA. Again, no catalyst. I think it was a sympathy play for BLNK, which had the hot kind of charging equipment, you know, EVs, electric vehicles, all that stuff. And I think POLA was kind of in that category. I think it was a pure sympathy play. What I liked about it was the 4 million float, 80% gapping pre-market, and I was like, boom, let's see it. Let's quickly go to the, I need to breathe more often. Let's quickly go to the daily chart. So we have big resistance at 3. We're kind of holding this 2.5 zone. We have big support at 2. So it looks like the $0.50 is very, very important. Or like the $0.50 and whole dollar zones. So we're breaking here. We have 2.5 ahead of us. And I'm like, you know, there's a good chance that we might break out of this area. We had a pre-market high here of 2.5. Let's see it. Let's see what happens. You know, because BYFC absolutely took off. So I bought a dip down here. I was so kind of nervous holding this one. I couldn't hold it very long, and I instantly sold for a 2-cent profit. I made like 10 bucks on that one. And then we were breaking out again here. The volume was weak, so I was careful, and I was like, I'll buy a little pullback here. Bought a pullback, and it kept on selling off, and it was weak, and I could have maybe held a little bit longer, but then I was like, you know what? This is so shady, this one. I have no idea why it's up. It has that 4 million float, which is great if it's breaking higher, but if it pulls back, boom, you can get these huge whips. And I didn't want to be part of the 20% drop, so I closed my position, took like a $7 loss, and I ended my pre-market trading with POLA at $3. Let me quickly adjust the screen here again. Honestly, it was kind of a cool stock. I really wish I jumped on it a little bit harder. We were breaking back above here with decent volume. I could have bought this 9-minute EMA pullback. I've just been having really bad luck with VWAP pullbacks. I don't really trade them that much. What I really wish I could have traded was this move right here. As we broke higher, we had a nice 1-minute pullback after a 5-minute breakout. That's really sexy. And then, you know, get this run here. I don't know. It was a 16-17% run. Maybe I could have walked away with 5, 6, 7, 8%. That would have been huge. Maybe I could have walked away over 10%. I don't know. But that would have been probably the one way I would have traded POLA. Yeah, otherwise, it was just, to me, it was just, I didn't really trust the stock, so I didn't trade it anymore. What else do we have here? BLNK. Let's go here. It was a weird day. It was honestly a day where Elite Gapper totally sold off, and we had kind of other stocks up on no catalyst. That's kind of the day we had today. BLNK. So I got my little notepad here where I take, you know, have my watch list that we talk about pre-market on the live streams. So BLNK, 80% gapper. It's actually the second green day on BLNK. You can see it here on the daily chart on the bottom right-hand corner. 20 million float, USA Specialty Retail. They provide charging equipment for electric vehicles. And they recently had some news with Apple. I don't know. It was kind of ridiculous news. Honestly, this one also confusing that it's up so much. Macro play, because I think it's just a hot sector. There's a lot of news about electric vehicles right now. And I thought at first it was kind of on the backside of a bigger move, because if we check the daily chart, well, I don't know, it kind of is. Like, you know, a lot of these big spikes here, although I got to say, you know, that's basically over a year ago, so it's not really on the backside of a new move. This is a whole new move. This, like, in this area, that would be a backside of the move. But this is, you know, we're still going exponential. Second big green day here. This is looking pretty good. And we'll see how high, you know, if this holds its highs. Or it's going to come out with some maybe shady news offering or something like that and absolutely crash back down. I don't know. We'll see. I wasn't crazy about trading BLNK. No real point was I like, oh, I really want to trade this. I think somewhere breaking here VWAP, I was kind of interested. Yes, okay, now I remember. You're right here at 523. I was trying to jump on an order like my life depended on it. I had orders here in the 30s or the low 20s. I missed it, and into the 30s. I felt like I was chasing and I stopped. This was really annoying. I wanted this move so bad, and that could have been the winner honestly on the day. At one point, we were kind of holding our highs here, and I got to say this was looking good under the 613. I was pretty excited about this one, so I took this trade, and then I got chopped out of here, took a small loss on this one. This was kind of annoying. Again, low sell volume. I should have been more committed on this one. I should have honestly bought another 300 shares on the pullback and took it on a good way. But if you zoom in here, look how shady this is. Whoops, let's go back. Boom, like I enter here and we get a flush all the way down here. This is like, okay, it's only a 2% move. I know it's kind of ridiculous. You're probably laughing at me right now, but it was like a very clear break of the 9-minute EMA. And the volume was bigger than this candle. And I was like, oh man, this could be the end. Like, I don't want to get stuck in a quick move below VWAP and all of a sudden be down like 5-6%. That was kind of my worry. So I closed there at 6. I had to stop at 5:05, and somehow it got triggered, and I actually exited it at 6:06. Kind of weird. And then this breakout here to the upside was very slow, very confusing. Even the biggest breakout candle was, you know, a red candle here. Yeah, dude, so choppy. Like, what is that? So unclean. I mean, this is like the opposite of textbook. This is what you wouldn't put in a textbook. Unless you made an example of how sometimes it looks and you just can't really, you know, it's always different. I think if I remember this correctly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I feel like I remember 9 candles, but either way, 8 big green 5-minute candles in a row. That's a lot. That's 40 minutes of pure upward momentum. I did try to get this little dip here at the 9-minute EMA. Again, bounced up here like 1%. And I was like, you know what? I'm out of this one. It's not bouncing as much as I wanted to. Big sell candles here. Boom, I'm out. All these trades are live, guys, in the live stream for you guys to check out. Always. Live stream is free and to review. By the way, I don't know if you guys are totally aware of this, but in the comments, my first pinned comment under the live stream, I always timestamp my trade entry. So if you guys want to go back and like watch them watch the trades in real time and not try to figure out where I traded, the first comment, that's where they are. Give me some time. Sometimes it takes like, I don't know, definitely under 24 hours, but usually within like 6 hours after the stream, I'll have that pinned comment there for you guys. And for myself, I watch my own live streams a lot. Like, I don't know if you guys realize how much I watch my own streams, but it helps me. It helps me a lot. All right, guys, I think that's everything for this video. Let me know if you have any questions. You know, it was a choppy day, but just being cautious and understanding that, you know, a lot of stocks are moving up on no catalyst is a good indicator on why you should be a little bit more careful. So hope you guys took a good lesson from that. I will see you guys first thing tomorrow morning. Whew, don't forget to drop a like if you enjoy the content. Subscribe if you're new. I'd love to see you again. Join the community. It's really, really good fun. See you guys first thing tomorrow morning. It's going to be Wednesday, the second to last trading day of the week because it's a short week, 4-day week. Independence Day, 4th of July is on Saturday. All right, guys. Till then, ciao, ciao.